so hope that I'm going to be able to bring you up. So press go live. All right, so it's buffering. It is buffering. All righty, so do I have to send the link to you though? How, I don't know. Yo, this is crazy. Um, Cancel. Let me go back to. Do you see yourself live? Like, oh, you can't see yourself. I'm so silly. Go on. I know, right? Let's hang up. Let's hang up the call and let's see. I'm so dead. Um, Let me come out the app. Let me go back in the app. Let's do this and let's do this. All right, so there's definitely a lag. There is a lag. There is definitely a lag. Now, how do I bring up preference? How do I bring you up? How do I bring you up is the good question. Oh, I guess I have to send you the invite link. Okay. So let me message you. Let me message you here and hopefully you see it. All right. So if you are watching me preference, check your DMs in Insta. Okay, good. Click that link and it should bring you up on the streaming software because I think the way through the PC, um, until we figure it out, didn't give me an option to add you. So I'll just wait. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. And for whatever reason, I can't see that I'm live on Insta on my phone. So, preference, if you could hear me, which I don't even know if you can hear me, DM me back through Insta and let me know if you see that I'm live on Insta. Let's cancel this. And okay, so I'm definitely live. I can see myself. I'm definitely live on YouTube. All right, YouTube people. So we're just testing out the streaming app. We are wanting to use the streaming app to share our podcast. So we're just testing out a few things. So just bear with me a few moments. This is really just a test. What you see there in the description. Ooh, preferences here. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, add to the stream. Yes. Okay, now I see you. Do you see me while you're looking at yourself? I can't hear you. Make sure your microphone is open. All right, I heard
Can you
something.
hear me?
I can hear you, friend.
Hi. I You can hear me, but I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? What? Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, you want to know why? Let's
Let's
see.
see something here. How do I share this? I don't. Hmm. Hold on, let me figure out this volume thing here. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Hi, hello. Can you hear me? Uh, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I don't know why. Is your microphone? Is your microphone thingy on? I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. It makes me want to cry. I can't hear you. Um, um, hold on.
Could you hear me
It
now?
makes me want to cry. Let me try and do this here. Hold on. Um, hi. That is weird. I can't even. I can hear you. I can hear myself here, but I can't hear you at all. Let's see. Hold on.
Okay, could you hear me now? Preference. Wait.
Let's see.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Um,
Yeah,
you can hear me?
I can hear you on my other device, but I can't hear you here.
Hear me now? I could hear myself on YouTube, but you can't hear me here. Okay. How about now?
Yeah.
Could you turn off the other app and or lower it and see if you can hear me here? Could you hear me? Woo-hoo. Am I? I'm not muted. Video settings, camera, keep audio, video settings. Can't hear? He ain't even talking to me. Bro,
No, I'm hearing you from watching on my other account. I'm using my other Instagram account, and I can hear you on that account, but I cannot hear you here. Like
disconnect
I
your
have you in my ears, I can't hear you.
disconnect your
Can you hear me?
yeah. To those watching us on YouTube, just bear with us as we continue to iron out the kinks. If we don't test, we won't know and we won't learn. So I think that my microphone wasn't properly connected. I just turned it off. And I am using the computer's built in speaker. I I was definitely hearing myself on YouTube, and for whatever reason, I'm not getting no volume off of hearing myself. Okay, on YouTube. I could hear myself. That's great. All right, so it looks like he's gonna come back. Okay, so maybe it was him. Maybe. Let's add him again. No sound. You could hear me? Bro, it's you. Open your sound. It's not me this time. It's you. Hold on. It's not.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah. All
Dang,
right. So,
I had to. I logged in on my computer,
mhm.
so it's letting me do it on my computer. But can you see me? Is there too much light over here?
You moved, right?
No, I'm in the same spot.
Um,
Let me try this. Hold on, cause I think there's too much light over there.
it's so funny because when we were on the phone, okay, yeah,
Is
you
this
good.
better?
Yeah, you don't look
Okay.
so shiny.
Huh?
You don't look too shiny. Ooh, okay, all right. So you can hear me. I can hear you. We've ironed that part out. Um, Let me just see that you are popping back up. All right. Okay, so I can see you, I can hear you. There is a lag. There is a lag streaming. Let me just go back and take a look at YouTube.
Can you still see
Um,
me?
Hear me? I can hear you on my
Am I
other.
too dark?
something, the lighting changed.
Better now?
Yes, it's better now. I think if you were to shift back with that lighting, you would probably now maybe have to close one of the, not close, but like separate one of the curtains. Shift. Um, it made you slightly darker. Clean off your phone, your computer lens. Okay, that it made a difference, but don't worry about the light. We're
Hold on.
if you don't like how you could see how you
No,
look, so you could,
hold on. I might be able to figure this out. Hold on.
y'all, he gonna figure it out. For those who are, you make, did you turn off the light beside you?
No.
Open, just make sure they're open though. Just separate. No. Yeah, oh, yeah, I think that's how. No, no, don't tie it back. Don't tie it back, but space them out. He's not hearing me. There we go. Now he's hearing me. Don't pop down the woman rod, you know. Oh, you're definitely, if you move that way, you're definitely too dark. So you have to stay now towards the, and the light is still on beside you.
Yeah.
Okay, so stay, yeah, there.
Is
Don't
this
go
better?
back. Don't go back left.
Is this better?
Did you see yourself?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think I could do with some more light, but
Okay, you know what? Go back. Continue shifting right. Stay right there, and maybe I think put, what is it? A ring light or a lamp that you have?
it's a lamp.
Could you
Should I put
shift
it
it?
on the other side of me?
Yeah, put it on the other side, and let's see. Watching on YouTube. Thank you so much for the one like that we have. And thank you for your patience. We are testing out this streaming thing and ironing out the kinks so that when we do these type of things, we know exactly what we're doing. So while we do have something that we are going to be talking about, we've got to iron out the kinks. I, for one, don't even. This is the first time that I'm using this stream app. I don't know where the comments show up when and if people comment, if they will pop up, if I've got to look at them somewhere else. So, like the amount of apps that I have around me right now, I've got the phone logged into Insta to be able to see. And then I've got another device right here looking at YouTube, but it would honestly be nice to figure out and just make sure that I could see everything from the streaming software. So, if there's anybody watching, whether it be on Insta or YouTube, just for testing purposes, if you wouldn't mind just saying like hello or putting something random in the comments, just so I could see if it'll pop up on the stream platform. But so far, so good. Was somebody just calling me? Yeah, so far, so good. My co-host is just figuring out his lighting situation, and funny enough, I have no light on at all. The curtains are down. But yeah, if somebody would please just say hi in the comments, just say hi. I won't bite. Just say hi. I won't bite. And that is if there's anybody here, because it says that there's two people watching, and I know that it's not me and preference boss. Um,
How is this? Is this better?
why is your camera blurry?
I don't
It's
know.
green. I yeah. You see when you bring your face in, for some reason it seems so much more clearer. Yeah, that's right. We want to see you up close and personal. Okay. You can I think if we do this in the daytime, you're just gonna have to figure out what works best. If like you're facing the light and you have the curtain
Is
closed,
this
and then
better?
I don't see a problem with the light. It's just because you're also red skin, right? So you're red skin, and then like the natural light in the back. For a test, listen, at least we got sound, and that's the most important thing. At least we have sound. At least we got sound. All right. Look at him feeling himself. There's really a lag. There's really, really like a serious lag. I want to say like maybe 5 seconds or 10 seconds lag.
How about this? Is this better?
What'd you do? You changed your camera angle? You did something.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I just like basically flip the camera.
So it's like you're using the back camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Got
this is better?
Yeah, yeah, it's not grainy.
It's no, is it way better than like
I
because
know I know I know
when I
I know
look this way, I'm looking to my right.
I won't be able to tell.
Okay, all right,
Yeah, I
cool.
can't tell.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Let's do this.
Okay, I can't tell. All right, all right, all right.
Let's
So
let's let's get this show on the road.
let's get the show on the road. All right, let me turn up my volume. So, to those watching, welcome. I'm Faye Wonders, Everything Faye here on YouTube for those watching. And for those here on Instagram, I go by Faye Wonders. I will allow my co host to introduce himself, and I'll give him the floor and maybe tell you guys a little bit about himself.
Ah, hi everyone. For those of you around the world, those of you watching at home, right? Okay, all right. Let's be serious, right? Hey everybody. My name is Preference Boss, the one and only DJ Ginger Snap on every app. You feel me? I am from a great place they call New York City. Um, yeah. What else you want to know? I'm an old man. Yes.
He's
Uh,
lying.
I'm an old man, but yeah.
He's kind of playing shy right now. I think he's out of his element, because normally this is not preference, but I think because we're testing out things, and
I am most definitely out of my element. So
yeah,
please forgive me. Work with me here. But
exactly. Y'all be gentle, y'all be nice. But yeah, I could tell that he's out of his element. For the little time that I've known him, I know that he's out of his element because he's a talker. So I guess I'll tell you a little bit about myself, since this is the first time that I'm actually broadcasting on Instagram. So for those who don't know me, and for those who know me, I am Faye. I reside in Canada. I am in Western Canada. I am of Canadian and African descent. And that's really it. We're just here to have real conversations, real talk, no fluff. We are grown people of like mind, and we just feel that it is very important to have certain conversations that either your parents, family members, or in your friend circle you guys don't talk about. We're here to share experiences. We're here to learn from one another while we have no um what's the word I'm looking for? We have
Ill will intent.
While we have no degree at what we do, I am going to say that we have experiences for the things that we are going to be talking about, whether it be today or at any time. I strongly believe that if you have lived through something, if you have held, your friend's hand or somebody else's hand through something, then to me that gives you enough knowledge to be able to talk on certain things. And while we are here doing what we know best, we're open to learning. This is a platform where we are going to listen and we are not going to judge. And yeah, we're just, testing out things. We really want to take this podcasting thing to a different level. And I'm so happy when Preference said, yeah, I'm, rebranding myself and I want to do this podcasting. And I wanted to do it as well on this level, not necessarily like sitting behind a camera and recording yourself. I wanted to do this interview stuff. So, and today is very random. Nobody was really live on TT, and for whatever reason, I shouldn't have been on the app. I should have been doing other things, but I was bored, and I was like, I don't even know. I don't even remember. I was like, hey, you want to go live on Insta? And he's like, yeah, I bet. And then I was like, what are we talking about? And he's like, huh? And I was like, you find the topic. So we are going to be talking about friendships. Friendships on every single level, according to the experiences that we have had. So, because he's out of his element, I'm gonna let him. That's right, boo. I'm gonna let you, and y'all are gonna get to know Preference. You're gonna get to know him. He's very expressive, especially with his eyes. From this angle, you won't really tell, but if we were on TT and he was peeking at you through the little camera, yeah, you'd be able to see them big googly eyes. And he is Guyanese, he is Caribbean, so he will twang every now and again. Um, while I'm not Caribbean, I do have Caribbean influence, so you might hear a little, something too. But yeah, this platform for us, I just want to maybe also say that this platform for us is totally different than the things that we do on TT. While we also have these discussions on TT, what we're going to be bringing here is going to be totally different. Yeah, it won't be the things that we necessarily talk about or do and carry on with on TT. For one, I don't even think that we can play music on here because of copyright and things like that. But nonetheless, yeah, I don't want to steal his shine. So over to you, Mr. Preference Boss.
Over to me. Oh
Over
my
to you.
God.
Over to you.
So people. Right. I guess today's one of those days, you know, on TT. For those of you who don't know what TT is, we tend to speak codes over here, okay? Because, there's sometimes you have that one person that's like, or that group of people that's, that don't like you, but they're just tracking you and try to see if you're talking about them, so we got to talk in codes a little bit. But TT, the famous streaming platform, TikTok, right? TikTok, yeah. You guys can find me on TikTok at the same handler, preference boss, at DJ Ginger Snap. But just put the ginger instead of the word in order to find me, right? So yeah. What is there to say? Today's a wonderful day, it's beautiful outside. Um I'm coming here live on this broadcast and this interview straight from New York City. Like I said, I am born and raised Guyanese. I'm from a little country. It's not an island. It's a little country located in South America. That country is called Guyana. For those of you who are from there, big up yourself. You understand? And yeah, we're gonna do some, I guess, some real life discussion here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know. Okay, so it says we talk enough about friends. Ooh, yes, we do. But I am getting ready to basically relaunch my YouTube channel, which is called Real Talk. Right?
Could you
Keep
put it in, could you put it in the comments? See if you can type in the comments.
um.
The chat is on my right. You
It's
sh-
my right too, but it's not giving me the options to type in there.
Is it not? I guess. Let me see. Okay,
Uh,
so what's the name of the? Somebody said, "Hey."
no, well,
Uh,
that's just that right there is just like a private chat for me and you to like.
oh, not that. Okay, so type it. So type it there. Type it there for me, and I will look how excited I got. And that's just me and you. Can you imagine when we get
Okay.
comments?
Yeah. Listen,
I know, right?
y'all forgive me, but I don't see any chats like to see if anyone is in commenting or whatever. But yeah.
I was
Um,
I was able to pull it up.
so my YouTube channel is called Keep It Real, right? Hashtag Real Talk, because we're gonna talk about real life stuff. We're not gonna be into the fictional world, right? Because remember, today in today's society, if you don't keep it real, you ain't gonna get what you want, right? So let's keep it real, go about life, take life serious, and yeah, maintain those relationships, those good relationships. So I think one of the topic we're going to talk about today is friendship, right? And what what does it mean to have like a genuine, meaningful friendship with somebody, right? So yeah,
Okay. Do you see the comment?
yeah, I can see the comment, but how am I supposed to know if anybody is like over here?
So to be very okay, so I was able to see that the comments popped up on YouTube. I'd have to open Instagram to see what it looks like on Instagram,
I have
but I want to
Instagram.
know if you're able to type too. So when you click chat, let me. Somebody said, "Hey, photography prince underscore 94." That's you. That's your other account. I guess. Um, you know
Don't worry
what's
about it.
funny?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
we'll figure it out. So it appears to me that
Oh, somebody else said hi.
that's my other. You saw that on Instagram though.
Yeah.
Yeah, which to me is a downfall with this particular app because if I cannot see Instagram popping up here, like, but anyways, that's for later. So sorry guys, Preference was saying that we're going to be talking about real talk, no fluff friendships. So I'll let you continue on.
Um, where do I want to go with this? So, friendship, 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 friendship. Friendship is, well, to me, it's fragile, delicate, and also important, right? Because, for example, let's say, you have a friendship with somebody and there's misunderstanding, miscommunication. You want to be able to, you know, have that level head and either be the bigger person and try to, resolve and get an understanding of, what the issue is between in your friendship between you and your friend, right? So um it's mm, it's tough because it kind of it hits close to home. So certain topics is kind of like, I want to talk about it, but then again it's like, I don't know who's watching me. But anywho, I don't care who's watching me at this point, right?
Because it's about real talk.
So it's real talk, right? Let's keep it real. We're keeping it real in here.
Keeping
We're
it
keeping it
real.
100. We're keeping it about 50, all right? So if you have that friendship with somebody where it gets rocky at a certain point, and then that person or those people, like, isolate themselves from you. Well, not isolate themselves, but isolate you. They pull away. They go in their own corner. It's like you leave yourself wondering, like, what did I do? Where did I go wrong? What did I say? What offended you? What about me? What did I say? What did I do that offended you? Right? And that's a question most times most people want the answer to, right? And if those people cannot give you that answer, if they can't tell you, like, hey Mary, if those person or that person, those people can't tell you, well, hey, listen, preference, this is what you did or this is what you say that made me feel a type of way, and I'm quite certain it made other people feel a type of way. So I think you should correct that. If you can't get that from your friend, then your friendship is going to be just for a season. Understand something, right? People and things comes in your life for a season, or it comes in your life for eternity, right? So when I say a season, meaning, um, you know, let's look at summer. Summer is good. Summer is fun. You have all the fun you want in the summer, right? You go to parties, you do this, you go to the beach, you go here, you go there, right? You travel and all that good stuff. But when the summer's over and the cold starts to set in, it's like, oh, what are we doing here? Like, yeah, I don't think, this is gonna work out. This friendship is not gonna work out because, it's winter and I'm gonna want to be inside. And, like, if you don't have that communication, and it doesn't just go for friendship, it goes for all relationship, right? Understand something that communication communication is key to success, right? It doesn't matter what you do, where you go, even at your job. Even at your job, communication is key to success. Even if you're a boss, if you are a boss and you own a business, right, and you expect your employees to do certain things to get certain stuff accomplished, and you do not communicate with them, well, this is what I need accomplished and this is how I expect it to be done, then guess what? We're not gonna have, a good finished product for people to enjoy, right? So make sure you take the time, work on your friendship, get to know people. Get to know people. And I'm gonna tell you from experience, as a man, opening up and letting people into your space, be very careful, people. When I say be very careful, I mean be very careful on what you open up and allow people to take, and who you open up to, right? Because you're gonna have that one person, you look at them, you're like, that's a good person, that's a cool dude, When I say they're there for you, they're there for you. But when shit hits the fan,
Gone.
um, yeah,
They gone.
brace yourself. brace yourself to go down that road of trial and tribulation, and running into so many obstacles that you have to overcome. But if you have a strong mind and you're grounded and you know yourself, then guess what? You're gonna be an unstoppable human being.
You,
Yeah.
you touched on so many things that I am going to break down, and I had to be writing them in the chat to make sure that I remember. So could I go back up? Okay, so we
Oh,
you
I
touched
like that. Real talk with everything. Faye.
So I like the fact that you touched on communication being very important. I like the fact that you touched on a friendship being a season because that's one of the things that I had written down. I had written down that every friendship has a season, a reason, or a life purpose. And you did also mention that when that season comes to an end, sometimes we're not ready for it, and it can be let me get personal. Let me get, real talk, no fluff. When that friendship ends, knowing that from your perspective, you did nothing wrong, you were the best friend to that individual, and for whatever reason, the friendship just, you guys just grow apart, there's no more communication, there's nothing. For the person who was left with, like, where's this coming from out of the blue, it hurts, especially because as humans, guys, also, if you see me looking around, I have so much going on around me that I need to be making sure that I'm looking around.
Yeah, me too. I have like 10,000 devices around.
I got too many things going on. Hold on, let me just do this and this. So yeah, sorry. So don't forget, preference. If I ever have to mute myself, it's because of what I told you that's going on the side. And I will probably even close the camera just so, because it's not recorded here. But like I was saying, for the person, so for me, who's in a friendship with preference, and we've been friends for, maybe 6 months, and, things have been going good. Yeah, we may have had a few differences and things like that. No real arguments or things like that, because once again, we're keeping the communication going, right? But for whatever reason, maybe somebody else comes into the friendship, or somebody else is feeding preference false information or whatever. And then preference decides that, you know what, he's going to act on those things instead of talking to me about them. And for whatever reason, preference decides that, you know what, this is no longer for me, which in he is allowed to make that decision for himself. I think where the problem lies for myself, and this is my personal um, perspective and opinion of it, is I believe that we had such, and this is my belief, so maybe it wasn't for him, but I believe that because of the type of friendship we had, how the communication was decent to a certain level, and we were both comfortable that if there were something wrong, or if I had done something that offended him or hurt him, that he should have been comfortable enough to come to me and say, you know what, Faye, I don't like the way you handle this situation, or I saw you acting out of character outside of how I know you. Like, hey, what's going on? And, like, I'm not used to seeing you in that element or whatever. So for me, being that friend to him, knowing that I've always been the ride or die friend, and for him to just out of the blue, which, and once again, he is allowed because everything's for a purpose and for a season, but it is still hurtful when you no longer have that friendship, because he didn't come to me and he didn't open up to me and say, you know what, this is the issue. Let's work on it. He just decided to, walk out of the friendship, which in we all know, like I keep saying, it's normal. He's allowed. I just, on the receiving end, find it very hurtful, especially if you were that friend who was pouring from an empty cup. If you were that friend who didn't even have a reserve and you were pouring from an empty cup to fill up this friend, you were that friend who went above and beyond. You were that friend who did everything. You were that friend who was readily available. And to have that friend just randomly turn their back, it hurts. Like, it stings. Especially when you don't, when you see it coming, maybe it hits different, but when you don't see it coming and it comes as a blow, I'm gonna tell you, it stings. Um, so I don't know if you want to continue on or if you want me to like keep going, but I could personally say that as an adult, I could safely say that as an adult, I would like to say that I do have friendships, but the friendships that I took to heart, there's less than three. I can't even put up five fingers. And the one that I went above and beyond for, and not because it is what they needed or what they asked for, that's just because of who I am. And I guess, now I'm faced with, yeah, I have to come to terms with it because everything for a reason, everything for a season. But I'm not going to lie, it stung because how am I going to be pouring from an empty cup, making sure that you good? I'm lifting you up. I'm doing every and anything for you when you need me because that's the type of friend that I know that I want to be. And I guess also because um sometimes I guess because we expect things from other people while we shouldn't be expecting certain things. But I may be contradicting myself right now, and that's totally fine. If I am, guys, that's what the comment section is for. But I feel like we have this friendship, we have this communication going. So I just feel like, not that I'm saying that like you need to go above and beyond for me, but I just feel like if I'm equally pouring into you when I now need you, I'm expecting you to be there for me. I'm not asking you for $1 million. I'm not asking you to give me a kidney. I'm just asking you that if I'm going through something and I need your shoulder to cry on, I don't even need your responses, but I need you. And you are that one friend that I'm comfortable to go to. And I expect you to be there for me the same way I was for you. And you can't even do me that. But I probably did see the red flags in the beginning.
Yeah.
But
What is my
because of the
camera?
type of person that um, we are and things like that, we tend to overlook those things. And then when the friendship ends, that's when you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Understand? And most of the time, these relationships become transactional and you don't see it. But yeah, I'm going to hand it over to Preference if he wants to have a response based on, what I just said.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, right? Um, having that communication in a friendship, not only in a friendship, uh, in all relationship you have, right? Whether it's a partnership, a friendship, a relationship, a situation, right? Having that communication, it helps a lot because let's say for example, right? Um, you coming to me and say, well, hey, this is what the case is, right? And oops, and I say, okay, that's understandable. I can fix that, right? And in my mind, whatever that situation is that you brought to my attention, right? In my mind, I could be like, okay, I fix the situation, whether is I adjust the way I communicate with you, adjust the way we interact in public, versus to the way we interact, behind closed doors or whatever. It having that communication allows you to do two things, right? When you expect it, you're able to brace yourself for that impact, right? And when it's unexpected, like that isolation is unexpected, it does something different to you. It makes you go here, and when you go here, you start to think about, you go down memory lane, right? And you go down memory lane, and still you can't see where things went wrong, right? But you're not getting that from, your friend or your friends or even your family member, where you went wrong or where you guys went wrong. So, it could be the simplest of things. Simplest of things. Sometimes people is used to hearing yes, 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 yes. And the one time you say no, it's like, you're a deadbeat. You're not a good friend. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta be mindful and focus on, like, I always tell people, it's not what you do, it's not what you say, but it's how you do it and how you say. And even in friendship, you can have your boundaries in friendship. You can have your boundaries in relationship, right? So it's like me telling you, hey, I don't like my middle name, and I tell you I don't like my middle name. Don't call me that in public. When we're out of public eyes, maybe I'll let you slide with it. But when we're in public, don't call me that, right? Or for example, let's look at my career, right? What I do, what I choose to do in my life, right? Like, your friend know that's what you are, that's what you do, and you're on a public platform like this, and that there's people out there that don't know you from nowhere, from a hole in the wall. They don't know you, and the first thing your friend will look to do is like, oh, he's this, he does that for a living, you know. And even on the platform, you take your phone up, right? You take up your phone and you send them a direct message. Go, hey, can you not tell people what I do for a living? Like, because, like, you don't know you don't know who I, based on my job, you don't know who I put away, who I put where. You get what I'm saying? You don't know who I've encountered that may not, recognize me. But when you say, oh, he does this for a living, like, certain things trigger people's mind to, like, go back in time and think, I'm like, I do know this guy. And then, it's like it becomes a cycle of basically repeating yourself in a way and having to answer the same questions a million times. You get what I'm saying? So yeah,
Give
guys,
me just a moment. Somebody's battle just started on TT, so I just have to make sure that I'm recharged so I could
cool,
shoot
cool.
for them.
Share that with me so I could come and see.
Go in my story.
But yeah, go on your
So
story. I got so many devices here, y'all. I got like
I'm telling you, it's so real.
I have two
Um,
phones in front of me right now. I have my computer in front of me. It's just
it's it's crazy how many
I don't see it.
okay, hold on. I'll
Oh, um,
do 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 do.
just share with me when you go in there, cause
Okay.
it's gonna be hard for me to find them. I have to go back and forth,
Okay.
exit that. Yeah,
No worries. Let me do this like this. And
but yeah, guys, you know,
where are
let's
we?
keep it real. You know,
Let's keep it.
eventually we're gonna go from here to here, right? Where we are doing these interview type panels with some of your biggest celebrities, some of your biggest superstars. If you're a WWE fan, you're a wrestling fan, you are a movie fan, you are a music fan, an acting fan, don't worry, we'll get there soon enough. We're about to take over the world. We about to take over. It's our time to shine. You feel me? Yeah. No.
Sorry for the distraction, people. His goal is 10K. Let me share out the live. Anything that we can make happen for him. Let's do it. Give me one
So
second.
wait, which one of them are you here to support?
T T04. He's on the bottom left. Is it on the bottom left? Um, let me. All right. So let me tap for now until I go recharge again. So basically, I wrote some things in the chat because I didn't want to forget. And we were talking from what Preference said, he was speaking on boundaries and to be mindful who you open up to and what it is that you share. Now, I strongly believe in having wise counsel. And once again, if you see me moving around, I have so many things going on around me. And this is a test while we're having a real conversation. So, it is very important for you to have wise counsel. This thing that I could speak for myself that is still out there where people are saying, while moving in silence is important, sometimes moving in silence could also be deadly, especially when you don't have nobody in your circle, especially when you don't have that wise counsel. Moving in silence and you have nobody in who you could ask questions, in who you could confide in, and who could hold your hand through that journey is very deadly. As we know it all, um, unaliving is a real thing, and it be honestly this. Well, this is me not really knowing with the statistics, but it be the strong people sometimes who be taking themselves, because they are that person for everybody. But when they need that person and they look at the five friends that they have and they're like, them is my people, them is my ride or die. But then when you sit back and you're like, I can't even tell them anything. I can't even, you know,
Yep.
I
Yep.
it hits you when you don't have who you think is your wise counsel. Um, no, so I don't like the way he looks. I said I would show up and show out. Guys, give me another minute there. Um, where's TikTok? Um, let me do. All right, so I would have sent him this much money. Okay, I think that's gonna be my quota for the day. All right, let me bring you back. So like I could speak for myself. Like I used to be one of guys, I'm looking down, but I used to be that one person, that moved in silence and who necessarily wouldn't say anything. I would keep it to myself. I would keep things to myself, and because I didn't have that wise counsel, I didn't have people in my
That
circle.
was cute. I saw that.
You saw that? Thank
Saw
you.
that. Yeah, that was cute.
It's crazy when you are that person to somebody else and you don't have that to be. Like I mean, like I don't have that on the receiving end. You know what I mean? Okay, so let me come out of there. I'll come back because that is also going to distract me. So I need to come out of there.
So,
Sorry. Did you want to say something?
like something like I think that people need to look at when they're getting into a friendship with anybody, and not just a friendship, a relationship period, because a friendship is a form of relationship, right? So, like, something I think we should look at as people is like the the foundation, right? The foundation and
Stick
the
up top.
authenticity, the authenticity of
Authenticity. Yes.
authentic. Yes,
Don't
that
worry.
word.
Authenticity.
Forgive me, that word. That's a very big word. That
So
word.
glad I'm so glad that you said
I
foundation, authenticity, and that you also brought in relationship, a loving relationship. So you and your partner, you and your spouse, you and so I'll let you continue. But yeah, let's focus on foundation, authenticity, and what was the question? What does a real friendship look like? What does a real relationship look like? What are the key important things that those things need to be able to function?
I'm just piggy. I'm just looking at some keynotes here, right?
Oh, no
So,
worries.
like again, it's not just a real friendship. It could be a relationship, a real relationship. Because like I said, a friendship is a form of relationship. So, like a real relationship or friendship, is built on like being yourself, being who you are, right, and not um being a version that you think that people want to see, right? So, um you know some people, like, they feel popular, you know when they give that persona of what they think people think that they should be, or what people want them to be, or be like, oh, you should be more like this instead of like that, right? So, that's like popular, like, versus like the power of having just one real friend. When you're popular, right, you have you attract a lot of people that say, oh, we're friends, we buddies, we're good, I got your back, I ride or die for you, right? But let's be real. When shit hits the fan, you'll be there dolly.
They
You
running.
gonna
They
be
running.
there
I'm a track
dolly.
star. They're running.
You
They
look
gone.
behind you, you be like, oh, where they go? You get what I'm saying? Now you're just standing there like wondering what just happened, where all your friends went. Where the people that call themselves your friend or your brother or your sister, where did they go? Right? And, like, I prefer to have one solid friend. Let me show y'all something, right? In life, you have to keep your circle or your box very small, right? My circle, I have two circles, right? I have one circle where I can count my friends that I don't consider them friends. I consider them my brother and my sisters, right? I can count, I'm probably sure I can count them on one hand, right? And then I have another circle where I have associates, right? You gotta treat, sometimes you gotta treat this thing like a job, right? You got to treat your relationship, your friendship like a job sometime. You got to put them on that 3-month probation period, that 90-day probation period. You got to prove to me, right? Because I know how valuable I am to you as a friend, right? So now you got to prove to me, you got to show me how valuable you are to me, right? And not necessarily, I don't necessarily mean valuable like financially and just going out there and party and all that. Like a real friend, like real friends, like you don't have to speak every single day to be my friend, to be my real friend. I don't have to speak to you every day
Every day.
because
But,
I
if you,
know.
but hold on though. Could I put a little caveat though? But if you my babe though, if you my babe, if you my best friend, but you my
Look,
babe, I need to talk to you every day.
so check this out, right? I have a
Especially if I
best
don't
friend, right?
see you every day. I need to talk to you every day if I don't see you every
Yes,
day.
but check this out. We all have social media, right? We all have social media. We all
Some
have the
don't.
green app. We got the green app. People is calling it the green app. You know what the green app is, right? You know what the green app is?
I know
What
what the
is the
green
green
app is. The app that I don't really care for.
app? WhatsApp, right?
I don't care
And
for that.
it's global. WhatsApp is global, right? WhatsApp is global. You get WhatsApp, you communicate with anybody anywhere around the world, right? So I have a best friend, and here this thing is tricky. She lives in LA. I live in New York. We became friends before she moved to LA to go to school for acting and whatnot. Hold on, guys. This is Preference Boss, aka DJ Ginger Snap. We're live on Real Talk with Everything Faye. Go ahead with your message, caller.
Somebody called in? Where? What?
I was speaking about WhatsApp and my sister called me.
Oh, hey, sister.
No, she didn't answer. She hang up. I'm about to call her back. So, and that's something that where the kind of okay. Hold on, let me call her back. 1 second, y'all. But yeah, like I was saying, right? Um,
You're talking about, okay.
we want to take this here to a different level. So, like, we're on this podcast and we're having conversation, and people that is there, in the chat, and they're looking at us, that has question, right? I would like to hop in and give their little thoughts and feedback. Don't worry, we'll set up a hotline for you guys soon. But give me 1 second. Hey, caller, you're live right now on Instagram with the one and only Preference Boss, DJ Ginger Snap. You're on Real Talk with Everything Fair. How can I help you, caller? Go with your message. You want to punch me in my neck, Bop? You want to punch me in the back of my neck? What did I do for you to punch me in the back of my neck, caller?
I'm dead.
Did she hang up on me
She hang
again?
up on you because you put her on blast on live. You wrong for that. You wrong for that. And he's calling her back too. But you opened up my brain when you said put these friends on a trial period. That like just thinking about it now, I guess it's the same thing with
Oh,
pardon,
you're asking me for the password. Yes, that is the
I guess
password.
it's the same
That is the
thing with
password.
being in a relationship, like getting to know somebody, the first few weeks, the first few months, it is trial. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really look at it the same way when it comes on to friendship. I think also because you see, like when you're that real friend, sometimes you just go in full force. You go in full force. So like can I honestly say right now that like just thinking out loud, I've had somebody on a trial period? No, because I'm that friend. Number one, I'm not going into a friendship with you unless we've established, so like, oh, that's you. I go in full force. So I've never really had to put anybody on a trial period. With my learning experience that I have now, based on the friendship that was near and dear to my heart, um, I think
Just
I'll
I just got like so white in the face.
the light.
No, the sun just like
Yeah,
oh,
especially because you're brown.
I'm white already.
You're brown.
Most of his colors
Um,
is writing the letter the right.
I want to say that I'm going to remain unapologetically me because I don't want a friendship that is no longer to change who I am. While it may have scarred me, while it may be a loss that I still have to deal with, there's a lesson to pull from it. So maybe, when you extend grace, because it is a good thing to extend grace and to be forgiving, I will just be, I just feel like maybe if I extend grace to you 20 times, now it'll be like, you know what, you can get grace 5 times, and after that I'm done. Because sometimes we hang on to things that really need to end because we are afraid of what is behind that. And as we said in the beginning, everything is for a reason, everything is for a time, and everything has its purpose. Excuse me. And while we don't want these things to end, for my believers out there, we need to remember that God is still writing our story. He's still writing your story, and He may have only put that friend. Here I am saying it, but I know when I said it and I had to believe it, like my heart was shattered. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, my heart was shattered. Like, wow, this friendship is really gonna end. Um, Especially when that friendship is your babe,
and
that things even more because it was for me, it was very important. So I don't know if you've heard it, but You know, when they say like make sure that the person that you're going to get into a relationship with, make sure that your husband or your wife is really your best friend. I can safely say that I experienced that. So when your best friend is your babe, and the friendship part of it breaks down, and then it trickles down and it's no longer your babe,
It
that is
cuts different. It cuts
that
different.
that is let me try and do a Guyanese accent. That is no, that maybe Trini, that is mash you up, you know. That
Yeah,
is mash you up.
that is mash you up.
That is mash you.
That shit does lash off your head.
What?
But and not only that, right? Also, it's like what I want people to understand and consider when they're getting into a relationship or even just a friendship. Consider, what do you want out of that relationship? Do you want quality or do you want quantity? Right? Meaning, do you just want the, oh, we buddies, let's go have fun, let's go drink over there, let's go drink over, let's go to party, let's go to party. And then you do something that somebody don't like and you become the bad person. You become the villain in their story, right? Or
Wow.
do you want to know that if Johnny from next door look at you any type of way that is the slightest version of threatening or disrespectful, you all know that that person that you have there as your friend is gonna look at Johnny and say, Johnny, what's your problem? Smack, right in the face, no question asked, right? You want to know that that person, has your back, right? You want to know that that person is gonna. So a lot of us
No
tend to
villain.
say that. A lot of us tend to say that we're that friend that would ride or die for you, right? Until that scenario is there, understand this. Ain't nobody willing to die for you unless you're like, if you don't mean nothing to them, but in your mind, you guys, you mean something to them, but in their mind, it's really like, you know, I just have this dude around because he drives. I don't drive. I need to get somewhere. I know he's gonna come pick me up and take me where I gotta go, right?
Transactional relationship.
Transaction, yes. So that's how some people are. That's how some people friendship and relationship are. It's like he got money. I know if I talk to him a certain way, he's gonna say, "Yo, let's go have a drink, or let's go here, let's go on vacation, let's do this, let's do that." And they know they would not have to spend a dime. People would keep you around for that until that one day you say, "Yo, not today. I feel like chilling out today and staying home." I see you when I see you next time. Trust me, it's gonna hit different. You're gonna see their action change.
But they was never your friend to
Like
begin with.
to be
That's when you know. That's when you know that you were that friend, but they were not your friend, because the moment you don't say yes to them, the moment they try to guilt trip you, the moment they blame you for everything, like because their expectancy of you was solely transactional. Meanwhile, what you were expecting of them was just for them to honor their commitment as a friend, stick to the foundation that we set in the beginning. We can grow, we could elevate the foundation, but once there's a crack in the foundation and we're not working to repair the crack just gets deeper and deeper and deeper, until, not to say that it's not repairable, but if both people are not working for the common grounds to repair the foundation, it's either sometimes it's not meant to be repaired, and that's your sign to depart,
move on. Yeah,
from the friendship. And then also it could be repairable, but you can't handle all the labor by yourself. You
and
understand?
understand something, right? That you know. Well, this is just me. This is just who I am, right? If I see I have a friendship or a relationship that you know was meaningful, in the beginning was very genuine, right? And I see, well, that relationship or that friendship is going like this and just slowly fading away, you know, I'm going to take it upon myself to try to, you know, figure out the problem. If I can't figure it out, I ask questions. If I get the answer to the question, you know, on exactly like what the problem is, and not just, this, that, that, and a whole bunch of stuff mixed in there. Like, what is the problem, right? What is the reason that this friendship begin to go like this, right? Because sometime a lot of people would look at you and say that, is everything that you've done is just the way you act. How do I act, right, that causes you not to be my friend anymore? You get what I'm saying? If you met me and I'm this person that just like to laugh all the time, and you like the fact that I'm a jolly person, and I could make you laugh, I could make people laugh, and we could have fun. We could make those jokes, right? To the point where it's like, if somebody else had made that joke with us, they probably would have got smacked upside the head, right? And as a friend, if you can make that joke, and you know the other person is taking the joke and going with it, but the other person make a joke that probably hits home for you, and you don't right then, like right then and there, you don't say, hey, um, I don't appreciate that. You get what I'm saying? Then it's not gonna, the friendship, the relationship is not gonna go the way it's meant to go. And it all boils down to communication, right? Who this son, huh? It all boils down to communication, right? And understand something: friendship, friendship, your relationship, you know, it's going to evolve, right? It's going to evolve at some point. It may take a while to evolve. You may just see the good side of somebody, or you may just see the fun side for a very long time. And then when the road starts to get bumpy, then you start to see like who people really is, right? So it's going to evolve. And friendship is not meant to last forever.
What?
It's not meant to last. And I'm going to tell
Why?
you this. I'm
Why
going
do
to
you
tell
say
you.
that?
So when I say it's not meant to last, right? Um, people grow and tend to grow apart sometime, right? There is people that I've went to school with, right? That when I say I've fought side by side with these people, right? Side by side with these people, right? And you know, I migrated to the US, right? I migrated to the state. I came to the state and I began to live a decent life, right? I didn't go back home for a very long time. You know, I lost contact with, all my high school friends, all the friends I went to school with, and as I grow and they grow, it's like you may be able to like continue to think about your friend, which I tend to do, and tend to try to get, contacts for these friends that I used to like actually that used to have my back. You get what I'm saying? That I could actually say that they were my friends, right? So you can try your best to keep in touch with that person. You can be the one to try to maintain the friendship or the relationship, right? Even from a distance. But if that person grow is after you leave, that person is like, you know, He went to foreign and think he's a big boy now. He think he's a big shot. I don't want nothing to do with him. Right? There's nothing you can do about that. Right? You can try. And the question you gotta ask yourself is, how long are you gonna try to maintain that friendship or that relationship? Because trying to maintain a friendship or a relationship, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of patience, and a lot of effort, right? So it's like if that person is showing clearly showing you that it's over, it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Don't fight it, don't push it, just let it be, just live your life. And guess what? Trust me, they'll remember your name.
So here's my counteraction, because you said friendships are not made to last. So is that your same
Let,
belief when it comes? Okay, do you wanna come back? Do you wanna tell me
let me
why?
okay, so I guess I need to rephrase that, right? Because some friendship do last. Don't get me wrong, some friendship do last. But let me put it this way: not all friendship are meant to last.
Okay, I think I like that better.
Not all friendship are meant to last. Just like not all relationship are meant to last,
Because that's where I was going.
right? Because you could be the most handsome man with all the money in the world, right? But it all depends on who you choose, who your partner is, right? And that's why I say when you get into relationship, friendship, whatever it is, situationship, try to ask yourself like, what do you want from that? Do you want quantity? Do you want something that's gonna last for a lifetime, or something that's gonna last for a very, very, very long time? Or do you want quality? Something that's, let me correct fix that. Do you want quantity, something that's gonna last for a very short time for a season? Or do you want quality? Something that is good, meaningful, and it's gonna last for, a long time. It's gonna last as long as you want it to last, as long as that person wanted to last. Right? So
But
yeah.
you gotta put in the work though.
Yeah, you
Even
have to
even if you have the quality, right?
you still
You
have to put in the
you
work.
still have to put in the work. You still have to put in the work, because there's no one relationship that is going to work by itself. It's just like owning a business. Even if you own the business by yourself, you have to
You
put
have
in
to put
the
in the
work.
work.
You have to put in the work to reap the benefits, right? So when you plant that seed and you want to see the fruit at, to harvest, you have to put in the work. You have to make sure that you've got good soil. You've got to make sure that, you're nurturing it with sunlight, with water, with probiotics. You know what I mean? But yeah, like when you do find that quantity, because it's not everybody who's looking for quality, sorry, and not everybody who's looking for quantity, that you make sure that your foundation is there.
Hmm.
um, and what are you looking for out of that friendship? What are you looking for out of that relationship? It is very, very important. um,
I'm sorry, but
you're getting roasted.
yeah,
It's okay, my blood, I can
sorry.
feel my blood sugar. I can
Sorry.
That's okay, I can feel.
Can you still see me? How do I look?
You just look darker.
I just look darker. Sorry, guys.
ASMR. That's okay. Don't worry. It's all tests. But I was saying, yeah, it's very important to know what you want out of the relationship, and to just make it be known, make it be, let it be clear from the get go, so that when things start happening, feelings start growing, and understand, like, nobody's caught off guard. Because if I know what you want from the get go, and 3 months in we're not feeding each other, we're not, then I guess the trial period has run its course. But don't
Yeah.
let it be, you've been in, because we're here on borrowed time, and time is precious. So you wouldn't want to be in something that after one whole year, you know, you figured out that,
Of
while
stringing me
no time is
along.
wasted, you just don't want to after a year figure out that, you know what, I didn't grow, I didn't get nowhere, I didn't elevate, you know.
I'm
Instead,
I'm I'm gonna leave y'all with this, right? Four things. Four things I personally believe that any relationship, friendship, situationship should have, right? Loyalty, right? Accountability, right? Effort and reciprocity, right?
you forgot one.
Oh, five, and trust. Five. Don't forget the trust, okay? Okay, don't forget the trust.
Loyalty.
Don't forget the trust. Okay? Because remember, the loyalty is there. Once the loyalty is there and the trust is there, you'll be able to hold yourself and your partner and your friend accountable. Vice versa, right? Reciprocatory. They'll be able to hold you accountable. They'll be able to reciprocate what you're giving to them, right? And the effort, where there's no effort, where there's no effort, there is no progress. Okay? Without effort, cause look at it this way, right? You want to buy you a brand new BMW, right? This car costs $25,000. You look at your bank account and you say, "Damn, I only got $5,000." And the dealership say, "Yeah, buddy, you want this car now, today, like today, or I give you a month, 2 months to get the money at $25,000." Then guess what? You got to go out there and you need to trust yourself, right? You need to be dedicated, aka loyal to yourself. You know, hold yourself accountable and say, "Well, yeah, it's time. We got to get to work," right? That's gonna drive you to communicate not only with yourself, communicate with the dealership. Say like, "Listen, you know, I'm running a little low on the time, and can I get another week or two or so?" You get what I'm saying? Because if you don't communicate and let your partner know what's going on, your business partner, the dealership, like, "Yo, when you do ready and you go to get that car, they're gonna say, 'Yeah, buddy, I held that car for you for 2 months at 25 grand. Somebody offered me 35 grand. I sold it. Sorry, it's too late." Right? So you just have to be able to put in that work, put in that effort, go out there, bust your ass off, sweat, blood, and tears to get what you got to get. And, somebody look at you and be like, "Hey, yeah, we're not cool no more." Look, real talk, real talk. Listen, tell him to go himself. You heard?
Behave
No,
yourself.
I'm messing with y'all. I'm messing with
He's
y'all. But
messing
no,
with y'all. He,
no.
he's messing with y'all.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. All right. Let's keep it real. Real talk. Real
He's
talk. No,
gonna pray. He's gonna pray for them.
but real talk. Like just you know, don't envy them. Don't send no negative words towards them. Don't send no negative thoughts. Don't none of that. Just look them in the face and be like, "Listen, nothing but the best for you." All right. That's it.
Don't stop praying for your friend. Not because you guys are
Some
no longer friends means that you cannot pray for them.
exactly something that well, for me, something that I always understand is like, damn, I just lost my train of thought. What the hell?
That
Come back
never
to
be that
come
never
back.
be happening to you.
Huh?
That never be happening to you. That happens to me.
Me losing my train of thought? Oh,
Yeah. I need to work on that aspect
girl,
because
you won't understand. You won't understand.
if whoever knows me, like if that's why, like, if you say so, I really need to work on that. I need to like take notes or whatever, because if I lose what I want to say, it's over.
It's over. It's over right now. That's what I was saying. But
It's
anyway, I
over.
get it back. I get it back. But yeah, just pray for them, right? And let them know, like, listen, I wish nothing but the best for you. But
Exactly.
also, you know, you don't know how that person is gonna take that breakup, whether it's a friendship, relationship, or what. They might be the one to initiate it,
But
right?
they can't handle it.
They might be the one to initiate it, and then in the long run, it's like, what the did I just do, right? Because it's like you see them, right? How you doing, Queen? How you doing, King? Hope all is good. I'm praying for you, right? I pray for my friends, even though we're not friends anymore. I pray for my friends, right? And I ask the man above to to guide them down the right path. You feel me? I wish them nothing but the best and success on whatever it is they do in life, right? But at the same time, you have to pray for yourself too. You have to ask our man above
For discernment
that, that no weapon,
or
weapon formed
against
against you
me
shall.
shall prosper.
Hey, listen, you don't even have to pray every morning when you get up. But when you get up, even if before you go through your door, you just say, listen, Father, I just ask that you watch over me, guide my footstep, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You feel me?
I'm gonna correct my homeboy right now, and because he just said, so I wanted to keep it real, right? Because he just said you don't even have to pray every day.
No, I'm keeping it real. You don't have to pray every day, but just get up and say
No,
thank you for
no,
waking
no,
me up.
no, no, no. But that is a prayer. That is a prayer. You're giving him no, okay. You see, I guess because you feel like you need to get up and have this long rambunctious piece of prayer. Bridget, not everybody has that. If you yeah, you do
No,
carry big eyes. If I get up right now and I thank the Lord for waking me up and giving me another day at life and breath and another chance at making things right, bro, that's a prayer. That's
it
a
is. It is. Yes, it is. But what I'm saying
yeah. Please
is
tell
that
me what you're
you
saying.
don't. What I'm saying is you don't have to pray every day before you walk out the door. Just ask him. Just say, hey, no weapon formed against me shall
But
prosper.
that's a
Cover yourself.
prayer. Guys,
Now,
anybody who's still listening out there, please, because right now
are
we
you
we
try?
listen
Are
to
you
each other.
contradicting me over here?
We're not contradicting, we're learning, but because he
But that's just that. Listen, don't get me wrong, people. That's just my
okay, so
point
you're
of view.
asking for a blessing, but a blessing is still a prayer.
That's just my. That's
I
just
guess
my
that'll
point.
be
That's just my point of view.
that's okay.
Okay.
Y'all stay tuned for the next
I
episode on
just. That's just
this.
my point of view. Come
And
on.
he's allowed, and I love him for that. We're being unapologetically us, and that's what makes us us. You understand?
Hey, be yourself.
Be
Be
yourself.
yourself. Just that's it. Just be yourself.
Be you.
You
You
know,
understand?
there's people that's gonna come in your life and like you for who you are and appreciate you and accept you for who you are, right? And there's people that's gonna come into your life. They're gonna be like, I like you, yeah, but I think you should be more like this than this. Listen, tell those people, get lost.
Just tell them to go sleep with the
You know,
lions and pray for them.
that is it. That is it. You know,
You know,
because everybody, people like to look at him like, yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, you're entitled to your preferences, but still, they want to tell you that your preferences and your opinion don't make sense and it don't matter. Listen, the only
how rude.
exactly the only person that should tell you your preferences and your opinion don't matter. Look, 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 look. I
Look
can't even
up,
look
look up
up.
there.
Look up there.
Look.
Let him show you that sign that tells you, listen, no, 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 right?
He
So
ain't the one. She ain't
yeah,
the one. And
yeah.
it gonna sting. Listen, when God
What?
whispers and God tells you,
What?
that they ain't the one and you want
Hey,
them to be the one, it's a go
hey,
burn you. That's another episode, y'all. That's a future episode, but
what?
oh
Listen,
yeah.
man, listen. It is 4-3,
It's so
guys.
odd with the two of us,
If
you know?
it's okay, that's all right. If you are here, if you are watching, I don't know what are we streaming on right now.
We're streaming on Instagram and YouTube.
If you're on Instagram and you're watching, if you're on YouTube and you're watching, listen, y'all see this name right here? Go to TT, go to TT, type in this name, but without the word
Type it
ginger.
properly in the chat and I'll post it. Type your handle as it should be and let me put it in the chat.
Let's see here. Type it in this way,
Type it in our private chat.
right? Type it in like that and you'll find me.
Okay, let me.
You can't miss me, right? So, a little bit of something that we do on TikTok, right? We have our little days, our moments, our segments, you know. Well, tonight I supposed to be on as of 4 minutes ago,
So
you know.
early?
Huh?
So early?
Yeah, let me see if I could pull up the poster. As of 4 minutes ago, I was supposed to be on already,
So we're heading there.
and we have ta-da! Right, people? It is called Walk Up Wednesday, 4 p.m. USA time, 4 p.m. Guyana time, 9 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Jamaica time, and also 3 p.m. Um, what is that? Canadian time? It's 3
Bro,
p.m. there.
you show
Certain places in Canada is like 3 p.m. Okay, because they're like an
yeah, but
hour.
there's so many different, let me correct you. There's so many
Anywho,
different
so
time zones in
there's
Canada.
East. Well, for me, Eastern
You're on
time.
the Eastern,
Eastern
exactly.
time is going to be 4 p.m. Right, and like the Western side of the world is going to be like 3 p.m. or probably a little bit later
Listen,
already.
just look out for his handle, and if you see him,
Yes,
like,
people. Listen, I try to like get y'all thinking but yeah, come find me on TikTok. Come find Madam Faye at TikTok. Okay, everything Faye. You heard
not on TikTok though. On TikTok, I am strictly
on Tik
Faye Wonders, the same handle that you see here on Instagram. It is
Faye
only on YT that you see me as everything Faye. So let me just put my handle
on
as well.
TikTok.
So on
Find
TT, this
us.
is where you can find me. On Instagram, this is where you can find me. And on YT, it is right already there in the chats at Real Talk with Everything Faye.
Yes.
Um,
I'm about to go change my
you're gonna go
IG
change.
name. I'm about to change my IG name to this. Leave it as that, right? Maybe,
Um,
maybe not. Who knows?
is you could did you wrote that in there, right? Because I wrote
Yeah,
mine.
I wrote that in there.
I wrote mine to reflect my channel.
Yeah, I
Yes.
wrote that in there
Okay.
to reflect
So
me.
we I think we, for a trial, for a test, we did good. We'll have to watch it back and
I
see.
want 40 minutes. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I said it felt different because normally we're a whole bunch of us.
It's
Um,
okay. Don't worry.
no,
We'll get
I honestly enjoyed it because I know that this is something that I've been wanting to do. I started looking into it last week, and low key, I was like, I don't know. Like, I know people, but I don't know people who would be willing to come on camera like that. You know what I mean? And it never even dawned for me to be like, oh, preference boy. So, like, preference boy, look how me, I mash up your name, preference boss. Caribbean boy is on my mind. For me to be like, you know what, let me, link with this person. Get your mind out together. So I'm so glad that it happened randomly, because everything for me is done intentionally and on purpose. So I know that if this is how it came about, then this is something that is meant to be, and let's just see where it goes. We're gonna be co-hosting, and we're equally going to be having maybe solo things as well. So yeah, just look out for the two of us. Like I said, thank you for welcoming me back to the space of Instagram. I've been missing for a very, very long time. I didn't come off of Instagram for any particular reason other than what I used to post there. And I just found that at the time it was very, very hard, to grow on the app. And so I moved over to the Blue app and, grew a little
The
bit.
blue app.
The blue, I listen. I haven't posted on the blue app in a hot minute, but that's still my day one. The blue app is still
Are
my
we
day.
are we talking about the big book?
Yep, that's this about my day one. Don't worry, we're gonna be
I
broadcasting
am
there.
still. I haven't. I'm on there, but I haven't been active on there because my original account got hacked, and I had two accounts. I had one account that had everybody, and I had one account that was just like females only, right? So, yeah. So now my original account where everybody was there got hacked, so I had to go, reactivate the female only account, and then just like start trying to get people back in there and whatnot. But yeah, I don't really be on there that much.
Well, it's good right now. It's good to be everywhere. That's just my take, and you'll see what works for you. It's just like how not until I actively, have put myself out there on TT that I really knew what it is about. So yeah, I guess for those who are not on TT and y'all want to learn about TT, we can talk about that at some point. He's feeling himself. He's combing his beard. But we've been on here for an hour and 40 minutes. He has to go and host his live over there on TT.
Come on through.
So
Come on.
I think before I close us out, I'm going to put him on the spot and ask him to close us out in prayer.
Ah, man.
Yes. Yep. I'm gonna ask him to close
Why
us out
me? Why?
because because it's just the two of us.
Why me?
Don't worry, my time will come.
Why me?
But yeah, I'm gonna ask because we are doing this differently, and everything
So,
that we are going to be doing is intentional. Close us out in prayer
so, oh my God.
whenever you're ready.
Y'all already know. Once again, people, it's your boy, the one and only preference boss, DJ Ginger Snap on this app and the Big TT app, right? I'm here with yours truly. We are having the real talk with the one and only Everything Faith. You heard? But listen, I just want to ask the man above and tell him thank you for having us this afternoon. You know, give him grace, give him glory, and ask that, he keep us until the next time, till we return and have a great, more meaningful and serious discussion about life. Like we said, it's called Real Talk. Let's keep it real, okay? Father, thank you for having us today. Give you praise, give you glory. Dear God, any weapon formed against us shall not prosper. Lord, I ask that you continue to protect our viewers here today, Lord. I ask that you continue to protect and guide Faye in the path of righteousness, Lord. And I ask that you cover everyone from the crown of their head to the sole of their feet. Send your angels to surround them, Lord. Send your angels to surround their family, Lord, their loved ones. Father, and I pray and I bind and I declare and I decree that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Every down, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess to you and you only, Lord. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen.
Woo!
Thank you for that.
Oh,
Um,
my back.
I appreciate my new family member here, Preference Boy. Thank you very much for taking me up on this
Get
very good
Caribbean boy off of your mind. It is preference
Caribbean
boss.
boy again.
Okay? It is
He's
preference boss. Get Caribbean. Let
Why
me.
is he on my mind? I wonder if me don't
Wait, hold on. Stick a
know.
pin in
Me-
it. Wait, hold
Why
on.
is why is he on my mind?
Oh,
Is he
hold on.
live?
We're putting him on the hot spot.
Is he
He's been
live?
in the hot. Oh, why is my call ending? Did I get blocked? What?
Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, y'all don't even know
Let
Caribbean
me
boy,
see.
but I
Is
don't know
he
why
live?
he's saying Caribbean boy. But my homeboy here, preference boss,
I try to
uh,
call, but no answer.
good because he's probably driving.
Oh, that's right. He's probably
Yeah, yeah,
driving.
he's probably driving. He's probably at work. So I'm very glad that he wasn't able to reach him. And I don't know why Caribbean boy is on my mind, but it must be
Oh,
something of
so I just got an inbox. It says, "Hello, when is this thing? I have people waiting." So, guys, let's take it. I'm sorry for the
we gotta
abrupt
go.
interruption. I'm
We
sorry
gotta
for the
go.
abrupt interruption here, but
We gotta
people is waiting for Walk Up Wednesday to start.
Okay, so you go start and I will
So
end.
I will see you guys on the big TNT. You feel me? Not no no not Trinidad and Tobago. I mean TikTok. Okay. No disrespect to Trinidad and Tobago. Okay. They're the original TNT. You know, let's give it to them. But yeah, I will see you guys over on TikTok. If you guys are coming, come on through. Go ahead. You know,
The handle is in the chat. You
the
can
handle is
definitely
right here. Right here. Okay.
find him there. He's
So
going live right now.
come on through.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
see you
you.
guys. Listen, mwah,
See
thank
you.
you for having me as
It
your
was a pleasure. It
co-host.
was a
Thank
pleasure.
you. And guys, we will be taking this thing to the next level. Stay through.
It was a pleasure.
Stay,
See you
stay.
soon. Bye. I think you can take yourself out.
Can I? Let's see.
I don't know. Y'all have to figure that part out.
Can I
There
take
should be
myself
somewhere where you can X
out? Oh,
yourself
it
out.
says leave. Bye, guys. Peace out.
Bye. All right. So Preference Boy is gone to host his live over there on TT. And I really just wanted to say, while this was just a random live, it was a test just to, figure out how to work the streaming app and, going live on Instagram for the very first time. Those who actually watched, who engaged, whether it was you popped in for a few seconds, you came in and you swung back out, honestly do appreciate you. Everything starts from somewhere. If we don't start from somewhere, we're not going to grow. So this was just once again a test while we were conversating about real life, real talk, no fluff. Thank you very much. And for we didn't really dive in fully into the topic in regards to friendship, but know that if it is that you are in a friendship and the friendship has broken up or it is breaking up, and God has whispered to you that what the friendship is repairable. I'd encourage you, just put your pride aside, open up, communicate, try and make things right. If it is that you can, and if it is that you want to. But if it is that what God is telling you, what your time here is done, the journey with this individual is done, and it's time for you to move on and go bless somebody else and continue to spread your wings, then I will also encourage you to listen to what he's saying to you, because oftentimes it's when we are disobedient to the call, disobedient to the word, that is when things happen. And when things happen and we are in our valleys, crying and wondering where did I go wrong and why things went left, oftentimes this is because we saw the red flags, we heard the whisper, we ignored it, and we were disobedient. So yeah, I would just encourage you to continue to be unapologetically you. For my believers out there, try and be obedient while we live in the world. And I know that it is not easy. You could still try, and to give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for progression. The same way you see me here on live, you know, it took confidence, it took trial and error, and here I am. So I look forward to seeing you guys more often here on Instagram, that is, and maybe doing more lives on YouTube now rather than maybe putting out videos for the time being. But yeah, who knows. Thank you very much. Don't want to keep this too long because he probably is waiting for me over there. if it is that you want to see us on TT, his handle is right there. And mine is Faye_wonders. So thank you once again for sitting here and listening to us chat about friendships, relationships, the hurts, and everything that comes along with it. So, on that note, y'all stay blessed, keep safe, and I will see you in the next one. So, I'm going to sign out. Bye. All right, now it's to figure out where is the end button. Ha ha ha. Where's the end stream?